Andy Reid stood before the media at Missouri Western State University, his striped polo crisp and his voice steady as he updated everyone about training camp, saying they appreciated how the staff took care of them and were eager to get things rolling. He quickly listed the players starting on the PUP list: Fulton, Joan Taylor, and Trey Watson, while assuring all others were ready to go, excited for the immediate start of testing and team meetings, both for NFL business and football preparation, confident in the learning environment and the value of training in Missouri's summer heat. He discussed Rashi's status, making it clear they'd proceed as usual, rotating positions, and whoever had to step in would be ready. When asked about the NFL timeline for potential punishments, he said there was nothing new. Asked about the expected absences for Fulton and Juwan, he expressed hope for a quick turnaround, mentioning Juwan was probably closer to returning. The conversation shifted to the difference in camp mindset after a Super Bowl loss compared to winning, but Andy insisted the difficulty and value of camp never changed, emphasizing the importance of veterans passing their attitude to newcomers. The press brought up George Karlaftis' contract extension, and Andy confirmed the deal was done, calling it a win-win for both player and team, describing George as relentless, smart, and trustworthy, always giving his all and earning deep respect. Talk turned to the initial left tackle rotation, with Josh Simmons and Jay expected to fill in while Juwan remained out, and Andy explained the rotation would continue as usual, confident in their depth, locking up young core players like Karlaftis. And Trey Smith was important, Andy said, giving credit to GM Brett Veach and his staff for managing the drafts and contracts, keeping the team's foundation strong and planning smartly for the future. Trey Smith's journey was highlighted. A sixth-round pick who battled blood clots and lung issues, overcoming health scares to anchor the line with toughness, a teddy bear off the field and an aggressor on it, always bringing energy to every game. The left tackle competition would be open, Andy explained, searching for consistency and giving multiple candidates a chance to prove themselves, lacking that last year and determined to improve. The discussion moved to how camp intensity had changed over the years, with Andy reflecting on the evolution of rules and player safety, but stressing that camp still demanded players reach deep and push through adversity, a value that paid off. Late in the season during tough December games, with players admitting they hated the drills but appreciated the payoff. On Josh Simmons's conditioning, Andy noted the young lineman stayed in town during the break, worked hard, looked ready, and they'd monitor his progress as camp unfolded, though it was his first experience at this level. When asked about what he brings to camp each year, Andy joked about packing less each time, relying on the team for gear, and focusing on the essentials. The first team meeting was scheduled for the next day, and Andy shared that his opening message would be about maintaining high expectations, earned by returning players, while striving to improve in a competitive AFC West, emphasizing daily progress as the path forward. The topic shifted to Hollywood, and Andy expressed eagerness to finally have all his burners healthy and on the field together, recalling how impactful it was when they'd practiced as a full group, hoping for even better results this time around. Addressing the left tackle battle, Andy admitted it had been over a decade since a real competition for that spot, expecting a resolution by camp's end with evaluations ongoing every day. The left guard competition didn't worry him either, seeing it as a positive that young players were battling for spots, confident someone would emerge as a strong starter. Regarding Rashi and his reps after last year's injury, Andy promised to monitor him closely but planned to let him work as usual. Then, without warning, the day took a turn from routine to remarkable. After practice, Travis Kelce strode onto the Arrowhead grass, the sun glinting off his helmet, his grin impossible to hide. Suddenly, Taylor Swift appeared at the main entrance, arriving in a black lace dress with red highlights, flanked by a discreet motorcade, walking straight to the VIP lobby where Travis was meeting with coaches. Travis turned, and for several seconds, the entire room froze, the silence broken only by a spontaneous round of applause, not for Taylor's fame, but for the way they looked at each other, a rare and genuine moment that Andy Reid couldn't help but smile about as he relayed the story, his hand resting on the microphone. Taylor and Travis brought a breath of spring to Arrowhead that day, and Andy shared how her presence didn't distract the team. If anything, Travis was more focused than ever, his eyes clear, his heart in the right place, setting the tempo for everyone around him. After practice, Taylor and Travis joined some rookies on the sidelines, Taylor offering encouragement and Travis sharing stories about the season ahead, her involvement elevating the team spirit and making her feel like part of the Chiefs family for that moment. Andy reflected on Travis's evolution since meeting Taylor, admitting he'd been concerned about the pressures of celebrity relationships, but saw instead a more mature, level-headed leader, someone who played football with his whole heart, especially after the disappointment of the Super Bowl loss. Harrison Butker, the team's quarterback, confirmed that he'd never seen Travis so happy, describing Taylor as warm and genuine, hugging every player and wishing them luck for the season. The distance the media so often imagined between stars and players vanished in that moment, replaced by camaraderie and excitement. The Chiefs' communications team saw social media engagement skyrocket by over 250% after the reunion, with images of Taylor and Travis hand in hand spreading rapidly across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, sparking conversations and delighting fans everywhere. Photos released after the press conference showed the couple leaving Arrowhead together, Travis in a black and white striped sweater, Taylor glowing beside him in a see-through dress, their smiles bright and proud. Reddit buzzed with comments dubbing them the heart of Kansas City, some declaring Taylor the new lucky charm for the Chiefs' upcoming season. When ESPN asked Andy for a prediction about the future of the most famous couple in sports and entertainment, he simply smiled, saying that when someone finds a partner who helps them become better every day, it's something special, and Taylor was that for Travis, a sentiment he repeated with a smile. Good love makes people go, both in football and in life. As the sun set on Missouri Western State, the team returned to work, their routines unchanged but the mood lighter, warmed by the simple power of connection. Training camp would remain tough, with high expectations and fierce competition for every spot. But that day's reunion gave the team a fresh sense of unity, a reminder that beyond the drills and the pressure, football is about finding belonging and sharing moments that can lift a whole community. The image of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce walking hand in hand through Arrowhead became an instant symbol for fans, signaling a season about more than just the score, a season about love, community, and the spirit that keeps a team moving forward. If you love these inside stories from Chiefs camp, hit subscribe for more. Andy Reid, with his years of experience and toughness, saw it all and summed it up simply. Good love makes people go. The unusual but memorable start to camp set the tone for a season where every practice, every meeting, every handshake carried new energy, and the Chiefs stepped forward under the hot July sun, ready for anything, with the world and each other watching. Subscribe for more Chiefs stories and exclusive moments as this season unfolds.